this. Do really courts or police respect the rule of law when they are doing their operations? And secondly, how can we streamline multi-sectoral approach to prevent gender-based violence as organizations?
Thank you very much. Like you said, of course, they always say, among the 1,000 beans, there's always that one spoiled one that comes out, okay? So, in our line of work, you'll find there are people who again go against the policy, either end up being corrupt and leave perpetrators to free and go. And that also adds benefits to the victim. So, one of the things we should do as organizations, one of the practices we always do as organizations, the legal, the police, sometimes we take them through. We always have to focus and get focal people within those. If it is the lawyers, if it is the police. So I know some organizations that have their clear focal persons. That if I go to Old Kampala and it is any GBV case, I'm going to always work with the police on all those cases. So that is how some will reduce on cases being compromised. Then also there are organizations that are actually handling or probably providing free legal services. So also those ones coming to support with free legal services. And as humanitarian workers, we also have policies. So it becomes also hard at a certain point for such organizations to compromise. But of course, there is always that small spoiled meaning in the world. So you also asked something about how we can mainstream the multi-sectoral approach in prevention. So this also comes in terms of joint, probably awareness campaigns. In terms of implementation, you should be able to do what we call a GBV directorate. Understand in the urban context which organization is providing legal services, which organization is providing with health services, which organization is providing in terms of safety and protection, that is shelter. Then you also have to get to know what are some of the other services they provide. So in prevention, what you're supposed to do, we ensure that you have all these people on board. So as you go out to the communities, there is what we do as joint community outreach. As a victim comes, probably, I will give an example, maybe it is a protection desk. I have a legal person there. I have a protection partner here. I have a health partner here. Then I either have someone from security to respond. So that is the only way we can streamline the multi-sectoral approach, by working together, but also strengthening the coordination between the different partners that are supporting in terms of providing GBV services. It is through those coordination meetings we are able to provide timely accessibility to services. Thank you. I hope I've responded to your question.
A round of applause to Madame Josephine. I know she can speak for weeks regarding gender-based violence. For those of you who do not know me, allow me just briefly introduce myself. My name is Catherine Nakasing. I serve with an organization called African Women and Youth Action for Development, Great Friends of Luon. And we are from the same organization with Josephine. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you being part of this training. Josephine is our gender focal person, but also our GBV focal person in our organization. So I felt like she would be the best trainer, and I hope she has delivered to you beyond your expectation. Is that right or right? Right. Let's give her another round of applause. I know you're tired, but as we conclude, we had a special video that we could not go without watching. Now, many of us have seen what happens in the urban, but for those of you who have not been in the refugee settlements, in the refugee community, I managed to direct a short, brief movie that could actually tell what is happening there. You'll find that most of the things we've discussed are part of the video, but I want you to focus on the consequences, as she said. When GBV happens, a lot is at stake, but unless it is prevented and addressed, we have a lot to lose. And it is a privilege that Rewon is one of the networks that is leading in this, which means as Rewon, we've understood our rights as women, and one of the rights we have is freedom from gender-based violence. So I'd like to thank each one of you here for being part of this wonderful discussion. And as I conclude, I would like to take this opportunity to also thank the men who are present. Let's give them a round of applause. Yes, as Awad, we have actually agreed that we cannot do this alone if we are women alone. The men are still the household heads, and they have authority and power. So we are leveraging on that to help, to ask them to support us in ending gender-based violence. And so the movie coming up is dedicated to the men in the house. Thank you so much.